So you were saying you were giving me a history lesson.
Oh yeah, I tell you back in the day, like when we grew up in Jamaica, it was just a different era. You know what I'm saying? Because era where we come from are just era leaders and dons and you see you hear the word don, right?
Yeah,
You wonder where that come from. So when we grew up, we used to look up to people. Man, come America, and there was different posse and different people and move different. It was a different time. So we used to have dance hall where they used to keep open ear session where the sound system come play.
Yeah.
People are fly down from abroad, the man in a big chair and in big bike. Yeah, man a shipping in Benz in BMW. A man a come keep a big dance and have a good time and spend money and people in them crew. This a kind of crew and that kind. It was a different time.
What was it like when? Because I want to understand about like your childhood. I want to understand from like the earliest memories all the way up until you had me.
Yeah.
That's where I really want to understand. So what's like your earliest? What's your earliest time period that you can remember? Was it high school? Was it older than that? What
yeah, it was. I mean, I remember some childhood, like young childhood.
Yeah.
I always used to like me as a little boy. I always like to dress. You know what I mean?
Nothing's changed.
Yeah, man. I love clothes. I love shoes and I remember even when Michael, I used to have a Jerry curl and
really?
Yeah, man. I used to have all them things the brethren saying. So we used to have that. Because I used to love to dress and when I'm play football, I think about how I can get some money. When I deal with something, I have that in myself from me young. Like,
so where did you grow up?
I grew up in Savamar. Savamar, that's where, my family came from.
Yeah.
So Savamar, Westmoreland. I think I took you to Sav when you were in Jamaica with me one time. Remember when you were in there and the guy come to you and say, you see, your father. Your father is among the people respect, you understand? So I grew up there.
And you grew up with?
I grew up with my father's mother, with my grandmother.
Okay.
Yeah, man. But my father was around, in and out. Grew up with my aunt, used to visit my mom on the weekends. So I used to drop my clothes off, get them washed. Like maybe once a week. But it was more like downtown, uptown. So I was more uptown. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And uptown is like the.
Uptown is like a little bit,
Okay.
Yeah. So when I was young, them say, okay, I think you need to live with your grandmother uptown, so you can kind of see a different kind of lifestyle. So that's how it started, and just always into music and fashion, and I love that. But one thing, I used to get good values because my grandmother used to teach me survival skills. Yeah, man, she used to miserable do bridging. See, so
can you give us an
example? Yeah, she would just be there and just be arguing for nothing, man. She just looked at me and said, "Oh, you look like your grandfather." And then she said, "Oh, that man used to have so much woman." You know what I mean? And then that was her husband, her ex-husband. So it used to just, I guess, piss her off. But hey, but back to the values, like, for example, she used to teach me how to budget. Like, okay, look in our kitchen, look what we need to get, make a list. And them days are days when you walk about 10 miles, go to the supermarket. So there was probably just one supermarket, so you walk to the supermarket and in a hot sun and you walk come back with a heavy bag. See, so imagine you as a young youth, like 12, 13, 14. Yeah, man, you go and get your grocery shopping and you check off your list. And them days, I don't know where people are scanning things in the region. And the lady take up one thing and look for the price and punch in or so. And they put down on the tape and they take up and punch it. You know what I mean? So
that must have taken ages.
Yeah, man. So I don't know, like now we tell the things change, Yeah, so we learn how to survive.
You said was you living with?
Yeah, because Uncle Deal came along afterwards. Like me tell him, say, my brother, make him come live with me. So that's how that started, But you learn survival skills. You learn how to budget your money. You learn how to, cook yourself a basic meal. You know what I say? And you have to know how to protect yourself and defend yourself too. You understand? So
where was grandma? So what was she doing around the time when you were living uptown?
When you say grandma, you mean
I mean my
this,
grandmother,
this
your
grandma
mom.
now? Yeah.
Yeah, your
Because
mom.
remember when you say grandma, two grandma,
Yeah.
daddy, grandma, and mommy, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
yeah, so she was downtown.
Okay.
Yeah, so my father was from uptown, and so my mother was from downtown. Let's put it that way.
And
Yeah,
what was
so
like? What did grandma like do for that work? What was she? How
yeah,
did she make
she
ends
did
meet?
she did like hairdressing. She was a hairdresser.
And what about your dad?
My father was a mechanic, and the whole story is crazy because my father was 19
Yeah.
and my mom was 15 when they had me. So it was a
Ooh.
crazy, it's a crazy time. So what I talk about. So she was a child. She never really know a lot. You know what I said to you? But both of them are two teenagers.
Yeah.
You get it? So man, I tell you, it's amazing. So my survival story is unique because I think about it. Teenage parents were, them days, if you have a child so young is like a stigma, like, wow, you have a child
And he
so
wasn't
young.
married at the time, right?
Nah, you get it? Yeah, man, so I just said that for said it's like, you're born and you come see a certain way where you're like, wow, even surviving that in itself is a feat, Yeah, man, but yeah, so she was a hairdresser, and that's why I said to you with the whole Jerry curl. Like she used to Jerry curl on my hair and pretty boy business, what I mean? Yeah, man. And I used to just like for dress, like nice clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But I was very determined as a child. Anything I wanted, just insist on me, I'll get it. I'll figure out how to get it.
What do you think? Looking nice and being presentable. Why did it mean so much to you to take it so seriously?
I mean, you feel good.
Yeah.
Looking good, you feel good. It just give a different vibe. It just give a different vibe. Like, them say if you look like $1 million, you're more likely to attract $1 million, right? Yeah, and then you go, you see girls that you like, and you have to step your game up. Yeah, man. So there you go. So that was the whole thing with me when I just always just have that kind of personality. But I used to like really serious. And mom used to tell me, say, you used to be serious as a child. Like my mom,
Yeah.
she used to say, yeah, if anybody lick you, you lick them back. Like, yeah, like you get beaten, you come back with a strap to beat them. Like you're so serious, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, I've always been like that. So I might have a calm personality, but I have a kind of warrior inside of me too. Like, I bring it to you,
Why do you think it is? Like, where do you think you developed that?
It's just, as I said to you, you have to know if you survive because then you're light skin, you're from uptown. So imagine now you're light skin, you're from uptown and you go downtown. So a guy might just see you and just say, yo, in soft. Or in glow soft. But I don't really how you perceive a person to be. Because, sorry, Muhammad Ali was a good looking boxer. And that's why I used to use and defeat them because them think because him look a certain way, it was a pretty boy, them can beat him, but they were so wrong, you know what I mean? Yeah. And history show you that too. Yeah, so you just have that warrior. I've just always been like that. Just, I'll fight, I have to defend myself, I will. But we kind of try to stay away from that if we have to, yeah.
So when you were living uptown with your grandma, granddad was in the house too, or was he not?
No, he was a player, man.
So tell me,
my father was a player, man.
He sounds so elusive.
Yeah, my father, man, was a man who just a lot of girls, man. I used to watch my father. Them days of people write love letter. So we used to watch him on practicing penmanship, and he would write it, dear honey. Look on you, so that writing and look good, him crush up a one, then him start again, and him, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, and used to see him and used to have him afro. Him afro used to neat. Used to make sure him shave up and him afro neat, and him have on him clocks and him arrow shirt and him cologne, and you know what I mean?
So it always look fresh.
Yeah, man, him always look fresh, and then him always full of lyrics. Him always have some little slick way to talk to the women. You see them a walk past and him stop them. And you did that check him out and him a spit him game and him game right. You know, I deal with yeah man, so you know, my father was like that, so you know.
How would you, let's say you had, obviously you got me and Jay, you got two sons, but then if you had a daughter and her husband showed you traits of your dad, what advice would you give to her and how to navigate that with him?
Man, that's a good question. But you know what, man? I have to keep it real with you. Like, I can't down him, I have to crown him. You know what I say? Because then I have to be real. Like, yeah, you have to appreciate him as a man, but I have to gear the game too and say, hey, you can't try to change him. You have to just accept him. You know what I say? Because, like, I've had my ideas of me, I do my whole heap of playing too. You know what I say to you? But that don't mean, sir, a woman can appreciate you for who you are. But you take a certain kind of woman for dealing with a man like that. So if my daughter choose a husband like that, there gotta be something about him that she sees that other people don't. You know what I say? So it's not fair if you say, okay, don't deal with him because he might be a player. Because a man only play to a certain time and to a certain degree. You know what I say to you, when you find the right person, then playing days will be over. But until then, you understand me? Because sometimes we as men are trying to find ourselves though.
Why do you think some men, like, choose to have multiple women and play like the player sort of role? Like what? Like deep down, I don't know if you, maybe you can't speak for every man, but maybe for yourself, what is it that made you feel like, you know what, this is just the way I'm gonna operate?
Man, I tell you this. When I was younger, a lot of older women just loved me.
Yeah.
You know what I said to you, man? Like, yeah, them just always just love me and them just want to do nice things to me. You know what I say? So, you know, I just have to embrace it. Like, them make me see things that myself I didn't see. Like, example, bow legs. Used to be ashamed of them, and a woman let me know, say, no man, your bow legs nice, man. Women like a man with your bow legs, you know what I mean? Like, just things like that. Like, things that you never appreciate about yourself. Like, you take a woman to show you these things, and then a woman might tell us, say, hey, you look good, but if you wear, like, for example, every woman I ever have in my life teach me a lot. Certain women teach me a lot. I've had all kind of women. Women that have a lot of money and they will show me, say, yo, sneakers and no shoes. You get what I said to you?
Yeah.
So you may now a sneaker culture and think you're balling and you're going and make you know, say, yo, that are no shoes. If you really want shoes, you wear designer shoes. And when you go certain places, you know, you're showing a suit or you're showing a certain things. And I'm not saying I wear a pair of jeans, but in a certain kind of audience. You get me? So these are things where an average man might not know. So you have to know for dress and finesse. Simply put.
So do you think it was a self-esteem issue? Because if one of your best friends that was a man said, yo, your bow legs are fine, or complimented you and validated you, would you have held it in the same regard as
I like when you said that, cause guess what? It makes a trouble when they used to say you walk like a cowboy. Yeah, the man used to say, they used to tease me, used to say, yo, you walk like an old man, like a cowboy. You know the cowboy and them have them. Yeah, see it? Yeah, but when you check it out now, you say, yo, when you grow older, and as I said to you, who cares what a guy think, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're not there for please no guy. We're there for we want to be when a woman says, say, oh my God. You know what I said to you? So if you get the game from a woman, come used to get the game from older women. Them say them always like me, so they used to tell me, say, yo, take you shopping. You know what I said to you? Yeah man, you're a woman that take me shopping, buy me car. You know what I deal with Jamo, buy me jewelry, show me different things in life, and I wouldn't ordinarily understand if you never come through for them hand and them and give me the game. See? Yeah, man. So that is what every young man aspire to have. Like you want knowledge from a woman, especially an older woman who can teach you. Because at the end of the day, you know, everything you see a man do, a man is this might be a crude example, a drug dealer.
Yeah.
He not just sell drugs because he want a nice car. Who you think he want a nice car if you go for drive with? Or the nice house. Or the money for buy the nice clothes or them things. Who you think he might show that to or he might share that with?
The women.
There you go. So if you can get your game straight from the source,
Yeah.
yeah man, not beat that. Yeah, but back to what you said, it's a self-esteem thing. Like back to when you look good, you feel good,
Yeah.
and then you build your own image. 'Cause your image is important. You know, image is very very important.
When does that stop though?
What?
Like even at your age,
Mm-hmm.
when does the like when does the validation from like women stop? Does it stop at any
It
point?
should never stop. Why would you
Why?
want it to
Why?
stop?
Why do you?
Why
okay,
would
explain.
you want it to stop?
No, I'm asking. I don't know. I mean,
yeah, man, but that's not supposed
That's
to
it.
stop, Bridget. Like,
I think for me, I
Yeah.
don't like the reason why I feel like for example,
Yeah.
if I had my son sitting here right
yeah,
now and we were all reasoning, I would tell my son, okay, I love you, son, but I disagree with my dad a little bit in this area.
yeah,
And the reason why is because if women are always the source of my validation,
mm,
then I have to really second guess my true essence, because really I'm not the battery for myself.
mm.
Someone else is the battery for me, and then I don't
Yeah,
know.
I see what you're saying, but when you
feel
say
comfortable with
validation,
Mm.
all right, it may wrap it up for you in our nice neat pocket so you get it.
Yeah.
All right. The first woman you know when you come in the world are your mom, right?
Mhm.
It unusual for a man to love his mom. You understand? Because that's the first woman. A lot of young boys probably don't have a good relationship with their father,
Yeah.
but they more have a good relationship with their mother, right?
Yeah.
Even if them don't know what the problem was or what the issue was,
Yeah.
them tend to lean upon the mother side and say, boy, I have a mom, and if she have my father and I get along, maybe we don't need to deal with my father. And then the mom might be the one who caused all that problem, and it might fight to stay in your life.
Mm.
See? So the first love of your mom, that's a woman, right? So it's when you say validation, you have to be a man in yourself first. See?
Yeah.
But being a young boy growing up, you still need to hear these things, because you might have a little girl down the block who say, hi Jamor, I ever hear the story where the little girl has a beat up little boy at school. What do you think she should do it? Because she like
She
him.
likes him, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
See? So that's where this thing starts. So that is a form of validation too. She like you, and then when you become a teenager and realize that damn, she used to pick for me, not because she don't like me, not because she like me. And then you start get that attraction, and then you grow older, and then she look attractive to you now. You get what I say? And then you out there play football, and she out there watch you. And every time that girl watch you, you want to score a goal, right?
Yeah.
And if
She
you
wanna
never
impress
play
her.
good, there you go. So that's a kind of validation in a sense, because that put the battery on your back if you want to perform better.
But then,
Alright?
if I grew up with you,
Yeah.
are you saying that I can only get the validation from my mom and not you?
I'm not saying that, but me give you a typical example.
Yeah.
We are talking about stages, right? Everything
Yeah.
on different levels.
Yeah.
You climb the stairs, just jump over stairs 3 and 5 and then jump over 5. That's abnormal, right? You can, but
Yeah, I understand.
people just,
Take it step by step.
there you go. So, yeah, I take the whole thing step by step again. Awareness is a powerful thing. When did you first aware say you can rap? When did you first aware say you love music? You know what I say? So if me come to you and say, boy, a song you what you make, But hi, I'm Mr. The girl in the car and she look cool and you spit some nice game and the melody sound good. If I come to you and say, man, the music sound good, you might say, okay, cool. Some young lady say, oh my God, I listened to your music and man, when I heard it, I just fell in love with it. Who do you think it resonate more with?
Um, I think in terms of, I think the word resonate throws me off a little bit because
Okay.
it resonates with her more
Mm-hmm.
because of her reaction, but it resonates with me more because of your reaction.
Okay.
So you're giving me a reaction that, okay, so a woman's reaction may be an abundant thing for me.
Yeah.
Same way a girl can walk on the road and they get catcalled. Every minute, man's trying to run them down. So
Yeah.
men don't really feel special to her. It's only the man that she wants as special. So
Yeah.
if I'm getting a load of women say, "Oh, you look good," or "Your song's good," that's good.
Yeah.
But then you coming from my dad that hasn't been around me. If you say, "You know what, son,
Yeah.
this is good," same way you would say this is bad, it means
Yeah.
a lot to me.
Yeah.
So that would resonate with me more than her.
Yeah.
But I guess it's the context. It's
Yeah, but like how you said that because when you play me your first music, you remember me telling you, say, go back,
Yeah.
say, go back, go do something. And I said to you, go study LL Cool J.
Yeah.
I go study these rappers. I mean, I try to teach you, say. See, a lot of rappers that behave hardcore, like, oh, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do this. In mute that kind of music, a man will have a rubber bank might put it, I can't listen to it. But you know, I them kind of thing there alone, man. You want some music where the girl come her house and she have a bad day, and she put it on her thing and she call her girlfriend and say, yo, you hear the music what Trey Havlan put out about so and so and so and so. Because that was how they realized women that listen to music, even hip hop. It was first like I just like okay, New York hip hop at one time. A woman couldn't put it in her place and listen to it and feel a vibe. And then you have a 50 Cent I say, girl, you know what I say?
Yeah.
And then it gone through your roof. See? So again, you know, man are always attracted to woman. I mean, well, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I understand.
So it not gonna ever really, as you said, when does it stop? It not really supposed to stop.
Yeah.
Because even when you be 70 and you look good and you dress good and you smell good and you're clean,
Yeah.
seeing and you're out and a girl knows him and your father and you say, oh, this is my dad, and she check it out and say, wow. And look by your foot and the man shoes nice, the man dress clean, the man smell good, the man moves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Them things enough to stop. Because that how you carry yourself, that your image, that's who you are, that's the essence of yourself. Yeah, man, because me would never ever lose my routine. I wake up in the morning, I pray first. You know me, I say, me definitely will take a shower, I will shave. You know me, I say, start me, I'll get dressed, suited and booted, and I go put on something that smell good. You know me, I say, Bridget. So I just something where stay with me all of my life.
It's funny you say that because I remember the same shopping mall that I went to today. I remember when you took me there the first time, and I remember this moment where we're in the car park. You know, you parked the car, and then you stepped out first, and then I stepped out second. And I think there was a young woman walking towards in the direction of where we were parked, and you went and said hello, blah blah blah. But it was the interaction with the woman was so smooth.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking back to even the time before that when you gave me the pimp book and watching how you operate and move as an example for me.
Yeah.
When people encounter me, they're like, why are you so smooth? Like, why? And it's like, I don't know why, but the example I think you set subconsciously may have been something I picked up.
Yes.
And it's carried over into my everyday life. So when I have interactions with women, I get the validation as well. But then the validation probably wouldn't come if I didn't, like you, have a routine where I hold myself in high regard, I present myself well, I articulate myself well, and I think that came from watching you to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And but the reason why I mentioned it is because it was watching you first.
That's it.
I didn't get that from a woman.
Yeah.
It wasn't a woman that taught me that.
But that's what I'm saying. It's a woman who taught me that.
Yeah.
So I'm comfortable with a woman. Like, all right, the idea of having a SUV full of pure, nice looking woman,
Yeah.
career women, and them say, oh my God, I just see you alone in that vehicle anyway, and thing, and yeah, I say, no, I'm comfortable. You know what I mean?
It's nothing,
Like, yeah, because somebody in that vehicle know they're nervous. Like, oh man, that shit don't get me nervous. I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I said to you? Yeah, man, because I get me game from a woman when I was young. Like, a woman teach me this. Like, I never know how to dress. I mean, young, but I thought I knew.
Yeah, we all did.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I start, and then I go to this woman. She don't qualify the fortune. Yeah, go to your white t-shirt and your sneakers though. And she still go to me though.
Yeah.
And she said to me, say, yo, I'm gonna take care of certain things. I was okay, cool. See? So like she opened my eye to a certain kind of game, a certain way for dress and a certain way for finesse. You know what I said? And then once me learn that, I'm gonna meet other women, it just start learn more and more. Kinda like someone make it sound like say if you meet 100 women, like you can't get 100. You don't really work like that.
Yeah.
Because everybody like what them like. You know what I deal with? But your essence of who you are, a girl might not give you a chance for Monday, but me can guarantee if she get to know you on Friday, she change her mind and be like, you know, I'm pretty cool. And I have whole heap of examples like that. You get what I said to you? Yeah.
So was it one woman in particular? When you're thinking, sometimes you're switching between one. You're using plural, and then sometimes. So is it one person or is it more than one?
It was. I can't get. It was. Don't worry. I've had the whole heap of women in my life.
So what?
Understand? Yeah.
Okay, so it's like game given by a load of different.
Yeah, I just don't want to copy.
Yeah, of course,
You know what I'm saying? Because I know this thing gonna go probably gonna go viral. I don't want to break up no homes and them things. I want people to be happy.
No,
but,
that's alright.
But you know yourselves, okay? Yeah, man. But on a real note though, there's a saying that say behind every successful man is a good woman. Yeah, you'll meet women in your life where some of them are gonna bring you up, and most of them will bring you down. You understand? But and if you don't know yourself as a man, like first because a lot of people use the term alpha male and they don't know what I mean. Because if you say to the average man, we say him an alpha male, he might attack down upon a woman and say, oh, if you treat a woman this way and that way, and that is not what the alpha male is. See? Alpha male is a real man. And here I know is a real man now. Like when you're back against the wall, see? Like a man will say, he will do this if a man put a gun in your face.
Yeah.
You understand? And then you gun in your face, he will beg him and say, please. He won't even try to defend himself. If you were such a lion, as you call yourself, then you will tell me, say, you don't even try. You know what I say? First, when a guy put a gun on my face, me take it. You get me? And I two of them, me and them a fight, because I'm not going to carry drunk. See? Yeah, man. And so these are the things where give you your respect in the street. Like, so there's more to being a man than just have a whole heap of woman and them things. That being a man and protect your family too. Like, nobody couldn't hurt you as my son. You understand? Like, me and you can go where I come from right now. You can walk by any block. As much as me left yard long time, I used to tell a man say, "I Jimmy and my father, and nobody now go do nothing to you." You get what I said to you? Yeah, because when I go home, I can walk for 2 minutes without a person come say Jimmy, Jimmy. And a long time I disconnected from a yard, but how you move in a street, you really stand up game and make a man know say you might not look trouble, but you're serious. You have to serious about that. So that's part of being a man too. And you can't just go box down some woman and just feel say you're not a real man. You know what I mean? You're not a real man. I do them thing there.
Sometimes I question like what a man is, and if as a 30-year-old, if I'm a man, because I thought to myself, I don't have a man as an example to tell me that I'm a man. I don't know what a man is. So it's interesting to hear your definition of a man, because I think I've shown traits of that with my partner and with my mum, my brothers, my friends, and but I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what it meant to be a man. So for a long time I just thought maybe a man is someone that has the capacity to take on responsibility. Maybe a man is someone that has to be able to lead everybody and not listen to no one and just be hard-headed. I didn't know, but it's interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you this. Like, see, being a man is multifaceted. That's the term. Because you have to know how to. All right. First thing with being a man is standing up firm. You know what I mean? I say standing up firm. You have to know say there's certain things where you just not do no matter what happen.
Principles.
Principles, yes. See, no matter what a guy said to you, and no matter what a person come to you with, you're not let go your principles.
Yeah, you're not bending.
You're not bend. You're not really do that. You understand? Second thing is you have to take care of your kids.
Yeah.
You can't be a man and you have a child and like you don't have no time for your kid, and a real man you have to take care of your responsibility. Even though it might be hard, but you find a way for it. So that's part of being a man, right? You have to protect your woman too. Yeah, because when you see the woman in a danger, and you figure defend her, and then you just like run. So you run if the woman gone, a problem. I say you have to be a man and stand on that. And sometimes too, as a man, you have to fight, and sometimes you have to know when to walk away too. That's part of being a man too. You understand? So it's different things at different time. But the most thing is you stand by your principle. You protect your kids and your family. That's important. You understand? Yeah, man. You have to know to defend yourself if it come down to that. Yeah.
Sorry,
so yeah.
1 second.
Yeah, I'm positive. Yeah. Michelle.
Do you remember when my mum first told you she was pregnant with me?
Yeah.
Well, no, she was pregnant before, right?
Yeah.
How, so mum obviously told me when she told me she miscarried, but what was that time like for you both?
It was scary. It was a scary time. It was like, we were happy and then we just like disappointed like that happened. So it was just scary and disappointing and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Mixed emotions. Yeah. But we still stay together, which is a great thing. Because stress tears some people apart. we used to, man, your mother had a great friendship, man, you know. Yeah, man, definitely. We used to laugh about a lot of stuff. Yeah, man. We used to just like, just anything, we just in the rain and walk and just laugh, like, you know what I mean, like those funny little stuff, you know, real connection. Yeah, man. You know, yeah, we tough days, but I work for good days too, you know, more than bad days.
Is there anything you remember about mom that I wouldn't know?
No. Like funny stuff, like your mom is a good dancer, so you probably know that. Yeah,
I see her moves every now and again.
You see how she can dance, yeah, like, man. Yes, yeah. She said she learned that from her mom. Like she's a good
Grandma
dancer.
can dance.
Yeah, really dance like with her rhythm. You know.
Yeah,
man.
grandma's
She's
a
always a
rhythm.
good dancer. Yeah. Yeah, man. Your mom was cool, man. But it was a different time and very, you know, younger and all that stuff. But like when she had you, it was a blessing, man. I was really happy, you know.
Do you find it like hard adapting to being a dad?
Yeah, it was scary because, you know, I was young, so it was a little scary. But when I think about it, I'm like, man, 10 years from now, this not gonna matter. Even I would still feel scared, so it was a no-brainer for me. Like, I was always there in life. I was always there, you know.
What scared you the most?
Just, oh man, you have responsibility now. You know what I mean? Like, you have a mouth to feed. You have to protect your young one. You have a woman to protect. You know what I say? And then that's why I'm telling us this thing about being strong inside. And even if you're afraid of something, you still have to make that fear stop you. Because, alright, you know, we talk real, like, you know, other men around, and you might be a guy where young and you have an attractive woman and a man want to come disrespect, you have to stand up on it, and you have to stand up on it like serious, like, you know, disrespect or no time. You know, I deal with them, I'm gonna play them kind of game there. So a guy would under shock for him to say, yeah, may come at him like that. Yeah, you know, so I just don't really, you know, we used to just stand up on it firm and strong. So they were good. Everything was good. You know.
Was there anything about the relationship with mom that you didn't like?
It's a good question. I didn't like. Okay, when me and your mom had problems, it wasn't because nothing were like, okay, she come catch me with a girl. That never happened. It was just like she started have friends, and then, you know, the friend will come and them will pretend to be a friend, and the friend will said to her, say, you know what, me have a cousin, you know, we're thinking nice. You know, that kind of way, there's another friend will come to tear up your family, because them don't have nobody that for them, like, so them unhappy.
Yeah.
Just stuff like that we never really did. And that's kind of how the whole thing with me and your mom fell apart. Like, you know, this lady comes and she a friend, and she come with Bible lessons and Bible class, and you know what I said, and it wasn't genuine. So that's kind of the long. I don't really want to go too much in it, but that's kind of how that ended up. You know, yeah. But everything worked out for the best still. You know what I mean? So I give thanks still.
Is there anything that you would say that you would change about how you was in your younger years, especially the relationship with mom?
With mom?
Yeah.
Not really. You know what I said? Not really. You know, not really. Because we can't, certain things, especially things that you can't control, that I know you can change. Plus, honestly, that's a good question, but me I go say no, there's nothing we can change. I think everything worked out how it should have worked out. Because if I look back on you, even when she took you away, I didn't know she took you away.
Right.
As your family member tell her, like, it wasn't your father, your mom took you away. Because you never know where you're gone. You know what I mean? It really hurt me. But now I look back on it and say, man, you grew up in a London compared to you grew up in a Jamaica. I'd rather you grew up in a London. You get what I say? What was better for you? So everything work out in a long run. You know, and there's no bad or no bitterness. My mom cool, man. We can still laugh and talk on the phone. Everything cool. You still respect her. You know. Yeah.
Would you have changed anything with your own parents or your own siblings? What would you change there?
What would I change? Man, I tell you the truth, Jamor, I wouldn't change nothing. But what I would hope for would be me and my father have a better relationship. You know what I said? I don't necessarily think we're going to change it because that is what made me the person who I am right now. You understand me? Maybe when I'm too dependent. If me and him had that relationship and then him gone, when I'm more dependent, like, oh my God, him gone, left me, because when he left, his life just changed because he have a wife now and a different family. You know what I say? So, I wouldn't really change nothing. But one thing, I would have hoped that we had a better relationship, you know? Yeah, but again, sometimes life work out like that. You can get an opportunity for leave and him I don't doubt him, take your opportunity. He come knocking me once and they go through a lot.
But would you have done that to me?
Like left you?
Would you have, yeah, the way your dad did it to you, if you,
If I left, I would have come back for you.
So you would?
If I, let's say I wanted to leave, I would leave, but I would come back and get you.
And your dad did it?
Yeah, exactly. So I said, so I would have come and file for you, because that's what some people like, they left him come back and file for his son. I remember my wife come and file for his son and took him there, give a better life. So I would have come back for you.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's why a game playing on Jamor. You might not have the means, but you're gonna get the means, and when you get the means and you come back and pull your kids or your loved ones along, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. It don't make no sense everybody sinking that ship. You know? Yeah.
So do you think we could have had, if you and mom stayed together, do you think we could have had a good life in Jamaica, or do you think we couldn't?
Nah, man, Jamaica wouldn't. Nah, I'm happy, man, when I live in Jamaica. I'm happy I didn't grow up in Jamaica. Because Jamor, like, man, I'm happy I'm not in Jamaica, man. I probably wouldn't be speaking to you right now. I probably wouldn't be alive. I'll be honest with you. Because here, Michelle a joke. I said, oh, I don't want Jimmy Brown again. The man tell him about Jimmy because I was a different person. Yeah, man. He used to, like, really serious, like, you never really care certain things, like, you know? Because I some used to see life, but now I see things different. I'm more mature now. Our life, I think, more calm now. You know, so nah, I wouldn't change that. I'm grateful for everything, all of my lessons.
You said that you had like a sense of carelessness back then, but what do you care about the most now? What would you say?
Care about God the most. We care about life. We care about you. You know what I'm saying? We care about my loved ones. I keep my circle small still.
Yeah.
And there's people when we laugh at them, I don't really care what happened to them. Not in a bad way, you know. But if something happened to them, like, it affect me, I'm like, okay, John dead, man, sorry if you hear that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, excuse me. And then there are people where if something happened to them, like, the whole world would collapse. And then they have to rebuild. Like if something happened to you, yeah, man, would I have to rebuild my life, you know, come and pray every day for you. For God protect you and keep you safe and keep you strong. You know?
Has there ever been a moment in your life where that you've been close to that happening, or that's happened and you had to rebuild yourself again?
Yeah, man. Alright, like, when you said that, you mean like close encounters?
Like, for example, you said, so essentially, for me, if one of my loved ones died, I would be very hurt, but I'm fortunate enough to not have any of my loved ones die, so I don't know how it would feel.
Yeah.
So what I'm asking is, has it happened to you already, and then you've rebuilt yourself, or have you come close? Like what?
Yeah.
Well, if you haven't experienced it, you haven't experienced it.
Like okay, like I love my great grandmother, but
Yeah.
Like man, she was a person where even when we met your mom, she sat us down and she said,
Oh, she met mom?
yes. And she sat up. I can remember she said to her one day, she said to me, young girl, that's what she called her, come here.
Yeah.
And she said, you like my grandson, my great grandson? And she was my great grandmother. Your mom said, yeah.
Yeah.
And she asked me the same thing. I'm say, yeah. She said, both of you sit there. And she said to us, people gonna come and try to tear it apart. But you must listen to them, okay? People come and lie to you and say, she did this right, but you must listen to them and you must learn to talk and put God in our life and stuff like that.
Mm.
Yeah, when I lost my great grandmother, yeah, it was like a hard time for me because imagine me used to go visit her at the hospital where she was sick.
Yeah.
And then one evening I come and bring food for her and then when I come I saw an empty bed. And then I said, I couldn't, I said, maybe a wrong place I go. So I walk from bed to bed, like, okay, maybe then move her to the next bed.
Yeah.
So I was walking, moving the sheet, and I said, people like, oh, I know my grandmother that time. And then the nurse said to me, who are you looking for? I said, my great grandmother. And the lady said, she passed away this
Just like
morning.
that?
Yeah, she said, I'm sorry, but she passed away this morning. I'm like, oh my, and then it's like, my world just collapsed because I was so in love with this woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I said to her? Yeah, man, she used to,
What was she like?
she was very religious.
Yeah.
Like, pray, real old fashioned prayer.
Mm-hmm.
And because I have a Bible there. I have
The
a
one
Bible
that
on
she
the
owned.
bedside. Yeah, man. My mom asked me what is it I want. I said, the only thing I want our Bible. So I keep it on my bedside. I keep a picture in my wallet.
I don't think I've seen
You've
it.
never seen a picture? I'll show you the picture. I have a picture in my wallet. That your great grandmother.
Yeah, I've never
Yeah,
seen
man,
it before.
she was a wonderful person. I'm sorry. And when she died, it's just I just own a car. I said, man, I want to drive her to go to church. And, you know, that's the star's life. We just come into some money too. And there's another kind of life I can't even discuss on the camera. But one day we talk about that. You understand? But just come into Wally for paper and I said, just buy a car and want her for. And she just passed away. And I said, man, I was devastated. It took me a while. It really shaped me up.
Was that your first encounter with death, so to speak?
Yeah, it was one time I had friends who got killed, you know. Like, you just left them and you come back here and say this person get killed or a person got murdered or, you know what I mean? So, things like that though, you know. Yeah, but my grandmother hit it hard because I had this love for her where, you know, from a little boy, she just always treat me special, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, she always...
What do you think she saw in you at such a young age?
I guess because I was caring, because I used to be this blind lady. So I used to tell her I used to visit my mom on the weekends, like maybe one day a week.
Yeah.
So there used to be this blind lady who used to bring her food for her. You know, some kids don't want to do that. I used to tell them, so no man, she's blind, and they go help her. So I used to go there, open her door, you know, share her food, make sure she eat, open up her window, sweep out her house, stuff like that. Make sure, because I always care for old people, make sure so them safe and them alright. So that's how I tell her, sir. You need a man that have to come natural out of you when you want to protect like helpless people. Yeah man, you want to protect people who are helpless and she blind, like, you know what I mean? Yeah man, you want to protect her and make sure she's good. So my grandmother saw that in me. They always caring. You know? Yeah, they always not like a bully. They like to protect people. Yeah man, so she saw that and she just a God-fearing woman. Just loved God and you know. Yeah, so to answer your question again, it made me closer to God now more than ever. You know, like I pray. I'm still get tested, you know, because that's life. You know, I go through temptation and ups and downs, but man, I have to keep God first.
Has your relationship with God improved or intensified as you've gotten older?
Yes, definitely.
Why though? Why do you think that is?
Because I almost lost my life more than one time. Yeah. I almost lost my life more than one time. And tell you, gunmen came for me more than one time. That's the closest they got, though. Yeah. I can tell you, no matter what a man said to you, looking in a barrel of 2 gun in a man in a mask is not an easy thing. You see a light flash before you. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Does that moment ever come back to you, like now? Or is that something that you've pretty much forgotten about?
Yeah, we just move more careful. Like if we're Jamaica now, we move more careful. You understand? Because when we used to be back in the days, when I'm much younger, I used to be, okay, Adrian and Jimmy are 2 different persons. Yeah, I'm not telling you now. So I used to be Jimmy Brown, we used to move different.
Yeah.
You get what I said to you? If me and you have a problem, we come find you. Yeah, I mean, I wait for your call. I mean, oh, you want to kill me, okay, me I come find you first because I want to know what's going on. Me come on your yard. So, yeah, that thing that kind of make me look on things different. Like, man, me have to move because me never really know where it come from. You know, I mean, I say it could be coming from the same people who, the same bridging where come on your place and I laugh with you. You know, I said, him same one probably said, be able to kill you. That's just the nature of the game.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, come here, move around, I deal with certain things, it bring that kind of heat. You know, so that's it. That's it. I've been there a couple of times, so this is the closest I've ever gotten though. So that kind of tell me, say, and that's kind of why I say I have left Jamaica too. You know, like I have to get away and just start over. You know, yeah.
Have you ever explored any other religions besides Christianity?
Never really.
No?
I mean, I've kind of said like the Muslim them have that discipline and how they move. I think that might be a good thing, but I've never explored it. You know what I mean? But we just kind of hit it on the surface. I mean, listen to Farrakhan. We see how them stand up for certain things, but I like that.
Yeah.
You know, I deal with man. So that's pretty much it, but I've never ventured beyond that.
Do you think you could ever be with a person that wasn't religious?
Who just don't think about God at all? Who just don't care about no religion and don't think God real?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so. Leave that alone. No, because you can't be, yeah, I don't think that's a good combination. Because if a person, if you are praying, you believe in God, and the person tell us yourself, I don't think God exists, I don't worry about no God. One other person I have in common, seriously.
Yeah.
Because spirit more powerful than flesh. You know what I said to you? I'm not sure it's your spirit powerful. Like, Mish, when me I go through my thing there, and I kind of some man look on invest time and mirroring and this thing, I'm thinking to that work and work. But I see why it never work now. As the same person who my mind run pan, flip them on me run pan for their mind too, and then I look me up, I look them up. And just out of the blue, we just call each other and just connect.
Yeah.
You know, me as a star. And then we see why they go through a storm in a one, because when I think so, I want and I really want to need. Because sometimes when you want and when you need, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, so.
So you put that down to like something bigger than you that's guiding.
There you go.
Okay.
So me and her have this in common now where, and she said to me, say, you know, don't be straight up with you. I know back in the day, you had the bad boy. In a world for woman, and the bad boy. But when I hear how you pray, how you talk about God like that, now you just tap into you. Yeah, man, come and take it serious. Like, it's not a game, you know? Yeah, man, God is not a game. It's not a, I'm not pray and take it like it's a joke. It's not a joke. Yeah, man, you have to stay prayed up. You have to stay prayed up. You know, like when you baptize and everything that, but every day, like before I do anything, I have to pray.
Why is prayer so powerful for you?
Because that's the only way you talk to God. Right? How else you can talk to? There you go. See? So, I actually have a little park down there so near the river where we go pray. So, yeah, man, I mind it's a little park right here.
Yeah.
And the river, when I said I used to bring the slaves down.
Yeah.
I used to just go park my car and just hold a vibe.
Yeah.
And one day, for some reason, like something just draw me to the side of the river, like just go stand up in that spot there a while and talk to God. And I've been doing that. I haven't gone in a couple of days now. But I think I need to probably stop tomorrow before I go to work and just either go on my spot and whisper a prayer to him. Because look how God good. And bring us safe. You know that David style. Yeah, bring us safe here, and that's a blessing. See, so this for me, y'all who know is priceless. Because I don't know what tomorrow brings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the fact that God bring her here safe to me is the greatest gift ever. And for most of you, you're not in trouble. And you're healthy. I give thanks. Yeah. So prayer for me is powerful. And it's a great way to talk to God. Try it, man. If you don't do it, I would advise you to do it. Go upon your knee, man, and say to God, so Father, come before you humbly. You know what I mean? And ask what you want, man. If you want riches, ask for riches, man. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Solomon asked for it, but ask for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding and discernment. Don't just ask for wisdom alone.
Yeah.
Because wisdom without understanding no work. You understand?
What's the difference?
There's a lot of difference. Wisdom is just the knowledge what you get.
Yeah.
Right? But if some people go to college, they don't have no sense. You know, they don't have common sense.
Yeah.
So they have all of this book, they memorize the book from back to front. But when you have to apply it now, they don't know what to do. They might look like a deer in a headlight, but they can recite the book. That's our wisdom, right? So understanding is how you utilize our wisdom there.
How you interpret it.
Yes, how you interpret it. There you go. So you have wisdom and your knowledge. So even if you get the wisdom, the knowledge part of when you can really retain it and compartmentalize it in a sense. Because and everything when you learn, like you go learn algebra in a school, right? Where you ever apply algebra in your everyday life? You know what I said to you, but yeah, if you pass an algebra class, you're a genius. Like, oh my God, this guy's a genius. But then the algebra teacher, I don't know where he work except in the algebra class. You understand? And the kid where don't know about algebra is a millionaire in my Bill Gates, and in my next one where don't know nothing about this.
Yeah.
You get it? So when you pray, man, you pray for wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and then there's another powerful one named discernment. Your third eye have to open. You understand? It's the man with discernment, that common sense, man. See, some people when they go to college, but they're smarter than the man that go to college. The man that go to college have to come and ask him for a job. You get it? Yeah, man. So when I man pray, I'm sorry, I never pray for that when I was younger. I never understand. I pray say this and that, but no, when I pray, man, I ask for wisdom, knowledge, and discernment. Because discernment, I want to tell us a road they have a light and a road they dark, but not drive down the road with the light, drive down the dark road. Because when you drive down the road, there's you know what I mean, the danger there. So discernment is a good thing. So pray for that.
Have you ever been given a piece of wisdom that now in your later years you're thinking that's a piece of shit? That's not good wisdom. Is there any time that you've been given anything like that?
I don't think so. But I've been given wisdom where I preserve me right now. Like my father gave me wisdom when I was a little boy. And he said to me, when a woman tell you no, no, me no. If you're going to have sex and she said to yourself, change my mind, put your clothes on and go straight home.
Yeah, because you told me that when I was little too.
There you go, hold on to a woman and hold on a woman. My father tell me I was a little boy, I was 6-year-old.
Yeah.
And he make sure so he look me straight in my eye and tell me.
Yeah.
He say, because me not date woman, I not bring a woman out but if you get drunk you're going home.
Yeah.
That's how they are dinner, you drink one bottle of wine, sure, you drink your whole bottle of wine, but you're not coming to my place, you're going to your house. And I'm dropping you off, and I blow your hand and wake up everybody. But they know somebody drop you home. You get me? Because when nobody wake up in their mind, I say, oh, You get what I'm saying, man. So those things are things that my father teach me. So that's a certain piece of wisdom where I keep it all the glad to say to you. To where you can't say to me, it say to you. You get it? Yeah, man. Because if you don't know, you don't want some ignorant man where I say, oh, I'm spend money on the girl and I tell her to come here. What you mean she have to come home with me? No, she have to come home with you. You can go where you want to go. But good. You know, we catch you next time when you're sober. Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah, man. So that's a precious piece of wisdom. I have more, but I left you with that one there. You understand? Yeah.
With like me being older than Jay,
Mm-hmm.
do you impute wisdom in us in different ways because of our age difference, or because of how we've grown differently, or like would you impute wisdom differently with Jay versus me, or is it just same book, same thing?
Same book, same thing. But may I share some Jai, may I show you a thing with Jai, I show you sometimes people come out with some wisdom to when they get from you.
Yeah.
Alright. When Jai mother was pregnant, I had dreads. Something in your DNA. See? Jai come as a little baby, always cutting me. One day him in a car, he said, no, come out. I said, you're not coming out of the car. I'm not coming out. I don't want it. I said, you know what? I never had hair. I don't want it. So I called him mother and said, what's going on with Jai? Why is it you don't want to come in our barber shop? She said, he told me he want to grow dreads. He feel it in his system and he has to grow dreads. So I mean, he feel it in his system. I'm start to think like, oh my God. This is crazy. Like when we get him, like me dip on this Rastafarian journey, like me I grow my dreads and you know what I said? And I said to him, why is it you don't wanna you wouldn't come out of your car as a little kid? So I said to him, Jai, why you don't wanna come out of your car? He said, I don't wanna cut my hair. So I called him mother, mother said I was gonna ask you, but I never know if I asked you and said to him he wanna grow dreads. So I said to him, but Jai, you're gonna look nice with your haircut. He said, Daddy, I'll still look nice with my hair long. And he was a baby, like little kid. And then he said to me, can I ask you a question? I said, sure. He said, Daddy, if you give me one good reason why I need to cut my hair, I'll cut it. So I said to him, you're gonna look nice. He said, that's not a good reason. I'll still look nice with my dreads. And he was a little kid that reasoned with me like him is a teenager. And the day I have to look on it, shut the back door, he came around and said, man, let's drive home. And he couldn't find a different reason to tell him so why he need to cut his hair. So I said to his mother, said, if him enough for himself have a conviction, say, him need for growing hair, him feel like taking a him and say him need for grow dreads. Who am I if he say him need for go cut his hair? You know what I'm saying? Yeah man, I would never put a razor to his hair again. We'll even make him grow in dreadlocks. And you go to school and you cure who like you, who not like you, he might just rasta, he say my rasta, he might grow hair. Till him ready for cut it. You understand? Yeah. So I would classify that as wisdom in the sense of everything where you feel deep within you and you have that conviction where nobody force it on you. You know what I mean? Yeah man, I'm supposed to know when tapped in man car. The great Bob Marley did feel that enough for himself to once him start doing thing and him feel it within, then him greatness come out. And once you feel that within and discover it in yourself, your greatness will come out. Some people get it at certain age. So if you don't find it at 50, don't worry yourself. 55 might be your time when you find it. You get it? Yeah man. So keep praying man, stay prayed up. We'll pray for that. You know? Yeah.
So you would impute wisdom, like as a dad to us both, do you impute wisdom into us differently? Like how do you kind of
well, naturally I would, because the questions that you are asked were like, me would reason on a level now, like, I wouldn't reason with a relationship level with Jai then, you know, this might not be the best example, but That I only thing I can think of now.
Yeah.
But like you know, I might say to him, say, okay, like the other day, I said, he might tell me this girl has a pick on him in class. I said, so I give him some wisdom. I said, Joy, I know this like you. I like, she like you. And it's like him leaning head like, and then him, like he get it, like he, oh. So when she said she want to borrow my computer, and she come sit down beside me and I touch myself, and he must say she aggravating because she always come beside me and I said, no, she like you. She never like you, she would just stay far from you.
Yeah, yeah.
So in kind of, you know what I say? Yeah, so if you come to me and say the same thing now, I say to you, sir, then Ray, yeah, so I would probably give it to you in a different light, but it's still similar. You know right?
Yeah.
So, that's it.
Man, I feel like I can just sit here and pick your brain.
Yeah, man, we can reason, man, or someone.
I think this is I think it's nice because I think I'm getting a little glimpse into the past, and then I'm also coming back into the present, and I'm kind of understanding what the future might be like or look like. And I don't think many people that I know have the opportunity to sit with their like granddad and their dad and then them, and then it's like you don't really get that generation knowledge just being in real time.
Yes.
Communicated, and I think
definitely.
It's nice because I've always kind of seen you as the parent that will provide me with information and knowledge.
Sure.
Whereas mom, she is more empowering in the sense of she makes me feel like I can do anything.
Yeah.
And I think they're both needed just as much. But I think it was important for me to like sit down and pick your brain on things because you're my dad, I guess. So,
yeah, man, definitely.
like, it's always nice to touch base and connect in that way.
Definitely.
Is there anything that you've always wanted to like know about me as your son or ask me?
Just, I think we crossed this already because I think you had the misunderstanding like I left you. I said to you, and I never did, but I never want to tell you what happened until I wanted it to come from the source.
Right.
Like sitting down and say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. This is a move I'm gonna make. Why this happened? You know, I deal with your father not perfect, but this is what I did that caused that to happen. So I never want you hear from me, because sometimes when I hear something from somebody else, when you think them do something wrong, you always have in your head like, oh, them are come to try to clean up or blame somebody else. So that would benefit me. You know what I said, if it cause a rift, but more you forget it from a credible source. You say, no, I never saw this story come on. I saw it go, and you hear it for yourself, like when your family say, no, never, your father was there. I did something. And we just all leave you like this, but it is what it is, man. I don't really like Jamori, I'm my son, and when you come from me, as a star, so I know I was always there with a baby, so I know how you have to move without you even do it. I know your tendencies, I know your mannerism, and I can see myself in you, for your youth, yeah, man.
Yeah, I think I'll put that to bed. I think the last time I was here, there's a line in one of the songs that I think summarizes how I feel the best. I think I said, I'm a piece of you, so piece of you. I said something to the effect of, I'm a piece of you, so peace with you is peace enough.
Something like that, yeah.
And essentially it's like I'm a part of you, you're my dad, so making peace with you is all the peace that I need.
Yeah.
And I think when I wrote that, that was my way of saying, alright, I've reached a new level of consciousness that I am able to feel enlightened about a lot of things and self-aware about a lot of things. Even more than I would even like to be
Yeah.
aware of. But
Yeah.
that overstanding has allowed me to kind of gain a sense of peace
Yeah.
that I probably wouldn't have had if I was ignorant to certain facts. And I understand that there's two sides to stories, and I
Yeah.
understand perception and how things might look. I get all of that, and I
Yeah.
think I'm happy to. I'm happy that I'm able to still sit here and reason, and it's
See.
not because that. I think another thing is I am just like you in a sense. So it's like your protective nature and your, I guess your other side
Yeah.
are things that I've seen in me.
Yeah.
So I don't want to look at you or look at mom or look at anyone like as if you're the enemy.
Yeah, you see,
And I
so
wouldn't
that's
want
why, that's why I said to you, I never said it.
Yeah.
You get what I said to you? Because, alright, let's say you're young, you're a young man, and then every time me and you have a conversation, because me have some kind of bitterness, I go say, yo, you should have the right person beside me, and I so do this, and that happened.
Yeah.
You know, my sister, so at some point, you go either choose my side or you go resent me. So the best way to handle it is not mention it and wait for if the person at the right time present itself. If you come with an outright question and say, hey, I need to know the truth, because I'm curious to know what happened. And I say, you ready to hear what happened? You know what I said to you, let's start this so let me tell you so it's different.
Yeah.
So that's a wisdom again.
Yeah.
You have to know when, not because you might be uncomfortable, you have to know when to hold certain things. You know what I said, till at the right moment for talk about it, or you never talk about it. Cause anything we ever tear down nobody and mash up nobody, I'm not really interested in that.
Yeah.
You know what I said? Yeah, man, because it's not going to benefit me. It's about you.
I understand that.
Yeah,
I
and,
think, yeah,
and here's the next piece of wisdom a man tell me.
Yeah.
Since I talk about wisdom, it just flashed up my mind. A man asked me this one day. He said to me, it was a job interview. And somehow the job interview turned into a mentorship thing as an older man for me. He said to me, sir, tell me something. You have a good relationship with your son, man, that I'm the younger son in my talk.
Yeah.
I said, really, because you know, court and he said, let me share something with you. Next time you go there, make it be about your son. Don't make it ever be about the woman. He said the mistake what you do is that every time you go there, make it be about the woman. Focus on your son, man. You're not going to pick up your son and drop off your son and you know how I hear done and who in the house and that's not your concern. And the day I start adapt a principle of Benjamin, I have no more problem. You know, simple, you know. But it's a powerful thing because the focus was divided. Like, what you treat matter when it's someone that do your life. You know what to do with you. You're responsible for your son. I said you focus on that. So that's another piece of wisdom.
What made him say that though?
I
sounds so
don't know.
random.
He just stopped me and make that interview. Me go to the interview for your job and the man just push back him chair and say, can I ask you a question? He said, ask what? He said, you get the job already. But I have to ask you something. Do you have a good relationship? You're in child support, right? And he just out of the blue. But in that moment, discernment again, I didn't need to hear that.
Yeah.
Because how do I go good? I mean, like, damn, when you should have stop, man. Like, we can't get them. This is a problem. I'm like, man, I don't understand what the problem is. But then I later realized what the problem is. You know, your focus is divided. So if a person is saying, you know, focus on for them energy, you just have focus on this over yourself, and you stay calm, then they can't distract you, man. You know what I'm saying? So it might not register you to you now, but if you ever have a child like in and them back and forth tug of war, hear me tell you this, focus on your child 100% and you'll be alright.
Yeah. Well,
Trust me.
when I get there,
Yeah.
if I'm ever in that situation, I'll know to
Yeah.
I'll know to do that.
Grow. Yeah.
I'm glad it did.
You watching out there, focus on your child. I won't even charge you for this. This advice is free. You don't have to pay me a consultation fee.
And with that being said,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let Dad go and relax and chill out.
Yeah, man, there's a lot more for come. So
Yeah.
it's a day one. So
Yeah.
son is a blessing to have you. Right, so you know, share a meal, or some reasoning. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's a blessing.
Did you ever like think about when you were younger, like you know when like your dad, you didn't? I don't know if you got to reason with your dad, but is me reasoning with you? Does it fill a void or does it help in any way?
Yeah, man, it helped me because it showed me say there's no such thing. As some people say, because I never get that from my father, I never get that, and become this, and it becomes something negative. That's not true. Some people choose that. I man choose to make me be a better father because I said to you, even though when I got you, I was 19 years old, I never left you.
Yeah.
I was always there, to make sure I did it for you all the while. As you look up, I was always there.
Yeah.
I never gone nowhere. You know what I said to you? So you can either make it build you or kill you. I choose to make things build me. No matter what I go through, I choose to make it build me, not make it kill me. So me and you there all a reason, man. It's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. You know, one thing I wish me have a lot more kids.
Really?
Yeah, man. I wish, now that me more mature, I'm like, damn, look for my son grow big on me. And then I look for Jai how him tall, because Jai almost tall like me. And then I say, can you imagine me they have like 4 more sons? You know, I have 4 more daughters, like just because guess what, when you first get kids, you're kind of scared, like, can I provide for them?
Yeah.
Man, the thing about life is it always works itself out. You understand? No matter, like, okay, like yesterday I have a problem with the car. It bothered my mind. I'm like, damn, this happened. And as soon as I come home and pray about it, I'm settle down and find a solution. I'm like, oh, now get the car to it. What's about all that? And it's supposed to renew insurance when I was a bamba. You know what I mean? I say, it worked itself out. Now when I drive, I hear something, I speak something, I think now I have to go. You know what I mean? Start, but it's still going to work itself out. So me look back and say, man, I wish we did have more kids in terms of women they know. Like, if you see them around me, it would be a blessing. But if you have them and can't feel them, it's not a good look. So that is what was always my fear. I never just want to have kids for have kids. But no, I wish we have like dad and my son and everybody just there on the table so with me. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, a whole vibe, for real.
That would have been nice. I think that's one of my fears at the moment, if I can be honest with you, having kids, because I'm always worried about being able to provide. Yeah. To the point where I'm like, yo, why? It's like I can never have enough money. I can never.
It never work itself out, man. Don't ever look on that, man. That you see, that is why you see. I'm glad you said that. You see how we are talking tonight, and I said to you, I said to myself, if you have a place or so, and then have a place there, so it might be divided and You can't look on it like that. Because you never know. You see, the journey take your first step. Them say, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time, right? So no matter how big the elephant is, if you take one bite out of him at a time, I'm going to give you a better example. Don't matter how hard the rock is, or how soft water is, but you see, if it a drip, so tip, just a drip of water, we boil through a solid rock there, over time. So I know how fast you get to it. Sorry, I know how fast you get to it. You'll get there. It's just that you have to just keep your focus. I don't mean nothing. As I said, one of your music. You know what I said to you, and if you think say you do it and you need to go over yourself a little bit because when you're in a lane, it not hit the people, and then step over to the right and go and do your thing, but don't ever say, oh boy, it not work, because you say it not work. And it's like the man with the acre of diamond. And that was a real story. You know that story then? There's a man who have some land. To come back to land again. See? He must Bridging inherit some land.
Yeah.
His father dig the land for years and can't find nothing. But it was an old diamond place and he used to find diamonds. So I digging can't find. So he give his son. Son inherit the land. Come and plow the land. Can't find no diamond. Say, father, waste feed time I dig this land. You know, this a land, it's a land and no value. So he call a man and sell it for nothing. Like $20. So give me $20 and take it. Just enough for your meal. Man quickly pay him. But what the man do now is the man do some research. So the man discover now in a film research that if you did find diamond I go straight. And after you hit the vein of diamond, you have to go to your right and go so. And you hit the next vein because once you hit it so then the diamond them and then you go straight and go. That's what he did. And once he did that, but less than a foot, he just hit a diamond vein. Pay diamond, acres of diamond there. Because him veered to the right. Instead of this man did that continue straight. Straight so he might pass everything over yourself. See? Because knowledge again, wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and him a discernment. See? Yeah man, so that's the next story again. I heard it was a true story. I don't know if it's a myth, but people say it's a true story.
But whether it's a myth or a true story, it's a lesson there.
Yeah, because I died on the day. See? So, yeah man, just go on do your thing man, erase enough of your swift man, just endure it. And back to what you say, you might not know where the money come from a bridging, but if you want something bad enough, and you think say in yourself, say boy that are the move you for make. And God send people to help you go through your door when you are trying to go through your door, it can't be a wrong move.
That's the thing though, like.
You understand? It can't be a wrong move, bridging. It cannot be.
I think the thing is, I'm not in a position where I don't feel like I could support myself and a family. It's just, I never feel like I've got enough.
You'll never have enough. You'll never have enough. Then the man okay. Let me show you why you never have enough. You know, so there's a stage where you don't have enough, then you have little, then you have more, then you have enough, then you get rich, then you get wealthy, and you get uber wealthy, and then you get so uber wealthy that you stop running on wealth and you start running on power. You get me? Because wealthy people, after they're wealthy, they don't want wealth no more. Wealth get old, they want power. And at the highest level, and then that's where a lot of corruption start because a lot of power bring corruption, right? So you'll never really get enough. You get what I said to you? And then you start the cycle again because you have power, but you feel like you don't have enough. So you start the cycle again of not having enough, so you start on my tail again, and then you want more. You know what I said to you? And then you're unhappy because you have billions of dollars, but your wife left him for your gardener. Yeah, I see it. Yeah man, so or in debt on drugs. I'm a commit suicide. Look much millionaire commit suicide the other day. A year ago. People have millions of dollars and they kill themselves. Kill herself. Why kill herself? She lonely. Yeah, man, I said to your brethren, so all of them millions and you couldn't find somebody to sit down and have a meal with you. But you get me? It's a genuine. So people want connection. And him, so when I said you know when me and you there all the vibes as father and son is valuable to me. Cause me worried when you fly from England and me couldn't sit down with you and me have to work and hold a vibe. It bother me but I still have to function. But you see this now, like look how much conversation me and you have and we can play it back. You get me? At a future date you look on it and say, wow. And somebody might watch it and feel inspired, like, God damn, I need to call my father.
Yeah.
You get a message and realize, we are not hypocrite. Everybody would not like to have a whole heap of money to do certain things. But that cannot be the most important thing in your life. Because if I did money, me I wait for me and you wouldn't there right and I would have vibe. Get it? So don't make that scare you, man. Everything will work out itself, man. What you have to regret though is if when you reach a certain age and you can't get no kids now and then you're by yourself, you're like, wow. You know what I said to you? Yeah, man, that's why I'm on now. Now I have to be a man when we just live by myself. So even if I'm married and you know work, you get me?
Yeah.
I just tell myself, so, well, you know, at least I try, so I go. But we still have to move on and move in the next direction because there's love out there and I have to get some.
Yeah.
You know, that's a vision, so it's cool. Yeah, don't worry about that. You know, it's losing good time and money, but hey, that's nothing. We lose a little more and we're still here.
I don't think I want that. I think if I'm being honest, I feel like I'm moving in a direction where I'm financially moving in a certain way and everything else seems to be moving in a different direction. And I don't want to be the person that is alone in a mansion.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the king with an empire of one.
It's crazy how you say that. I just watched an interview which day and this man come on Jay Shetty show and he must say he got this multi-millionaire house.
Yeah.
And him say, man, the man have a big collection of cars. You know, I see all I hot car them, from the Bentley to the Rolls Royce to the whatever, the Bugatti, just have them line up in a garage. Then the man said, the man take him to this mansion. When you look in that mansion, he have everything you can think of, the greatest artwork. And then the man said, oh my God, you share all of this beauty with your family? He said, no, him alone live in a mansion. You know, nobody for sure care of them. You know, nobody, and the man look upon him when him come out, the man say, oh my God, he is so successful, but yet he's so unhappy. Because imagine you know how much room and bathroom are you alone in night. And then, I don't know, I live in kind of way now. You know, that's a youth like, man, you love your G-Wagon, man, if you can afford to buy, make yourself happy. You understand, man, if you have a woman that will check for you, you know, so she hold you down, she not perfect, but she good for you and she genuine and them things. A man invest your time in that. You know what I say, if he's a man that loves shoes, everybody have a guilty pleasure. Man, wear your shoes and what you like. Don't feel guilty, you put it on your foot and yourself, you have to take care. A man love shoes. And if you have a closet there, you understand, me I go always dress right because that's me. I like a nice right. You know, as I say, I get the house and a G-Wagon have a parking night too, and grandma like a G-Wagon too. You get me, yeah man, she said to me, she come into some money, she have to give me a gift, she have to give me one G-Wagon, so I definitely go buy one. I mean, you couldn't get your morning, but hey, if you want a house to park in, you understand, Bridget? So, Jamor, we just said that to say this, man. You're never ever have enough. There's never a right time for do something. But when it come knocking at your door, you have to know when to open it. Only you can know that for yourself, bro. You know, me can't tell you. You have to feel that within yourself, like, you know what, at the right time, at the right moment, just, if you make a mistake, beat yourself up. Dust yourself off and get up, man. That's the life, bro.
Well, on that note, I guess I'll pray about it.
Yeah, man, you have a prayer, stay prayed up, man. Yeah, man.
Well, Dad, it's been a good conversation.
Yeah, man, definitely, my son. And it's a pleasure, man. I definitely need to do this again.
We will.
There's a little bit more to talk about, you know.